Hi there everyone, welcome to another Minecraft video here on the channel, and within this video we're going to be looking at how to give and spawn items inside of a chest or a container or something like that. So this should work for stuff like chests, barrels, shulker boxes and stuff like that. So this should work for Java Edition only, Minecraft 1.21 and above. I think this also works for Minecraft 1.20.5 and above as well, but just going to show you what we're doing here. We've got two command blocks here. The first one actually gives a chest directly to the player, and this chest does indeed have items already predefined inside, or pre-selected or pre-populated, however you want to say it. So you can see here we've got a cake, diamond, nether star, egg and a skulk sensor. So that is what I'm going to be showing you really. And when it comes to the other command block, it's going to be very similar. This one actually spawns an item entity that the player can actually pick up, and this is exactly the same thing, as you can see, as what we just saw a moment ago. So it's actually quite straightforward, and in order to get this to work, we actually have to use a container data component in Minecraft to set data to those items you saw just now, the container items. So what we're actually doing here is we're taking a chest item like this and actually forcing data into it. We're not actually taking a chest block and forcing items into that. We're actually directly spawning an item with the items already inside. So very slightly different right here. So there's a few things I need to go through before I show you the commands in more detail. The first of which is how container slots work in Minecraft. So when you have the container slots, usually for simple containers like a chest or a barrel or something like that, if you go from the top left corner down to the bottom right corner, the number IDs for each slot basically increments row per row. So it starts at number 0 here in the top left, and it goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on all the way down. So that's how that ends up working, and that's how I'm specifying where certain items should go inside of the container. So we're actually using slots 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 inside of this chest. And that's how we're actually doing that. Now, the second thing is if you use the F3 and H key here, you can actually make sure the advanced tooltips are shown. And the reason why that's important is if you then hover over items inside of your inventory or in the creative inventory, you can see here that in gray, it says the item ID for that item. You're going to need this ID if you want to set items inside of a container using the container data component. So bear that in mind. So I'm now going to show you these commands in more detail in a text editor so I can show you what's going on and everything you need to know. All right, everyone, we're now inside the text editor right here, and these are the two commands I'm using in the video. I'm only going to focus on this first one right here because the two commands are very similar to each other and use exactly the same component, which is the container data component. So these commands will be in the description of the video, so you can copy and paste them into your Minecraft and so on and have a look for yourself. But this is the give command here, which gives to the nearest player, which is at P. In this case, we're doing a chest, and that is what we're trying to set the container data of. And because it's a give command, we're using square brackets right here to actually add components to the item. So we actually have here Minecraft : container. So that is the actual container data component right there, and you then have to give it a list of data. So you can see here we're using square brackets for a list of data, and you will then see there are 5 entries. So that's entry 1, this is entry 2, entry 3, entry 4, and entry 5, as you can see right there. So that's for the 5 items that are inside of the container. And for each entry that's in there, you basically have a slot number. So you specify the slot number you want, and that is from 0 to whatever number you saw inside of the container, like I showed you a moment ago. And you then have some item data. So you have item, colon, and then ID, and then whatever. So what you can actually do here as well is that next to the ID, you can actually set a count of what you want the item to be. So if I wanted it to be, let's try the diamond one down here. After the ID, what you can do is you can do count and then 64 like that, so that you can actually have a full stack of diamonds inside of the chest. Now, because I'm not specifying any counts at all in this command, it'll only put one item inside of the chest inside of that slot. So bear that in mind. And that is about it. That's all you need to know. The slot number and then the item data with an item ID that you found out from the game, like I showed you with those advanced tooltips. And that is it. That's how you force items into basically containers and so on. Now, this second command right here is very, very similar to the one above. Uses exactly the same data pretty much. The only difference is that it's summoning an item entity and it's doing it 2 blocks above the command block, and it's doing item data ID colon Minecraft colon chest, and the components right here is where the container data component actually is. And you can see it has exactly the same list of entries as above. So that's how that works, and hopefully that makes sense and you know everything you need to know about these commands here. Alright everyone, thank you for watching this video right here. If you did find this video useful, then a like, subscribe on the video would be very much appreciated, and make sure that you hit notification bell so you stay notified of any future videos here on the channel. If you want to follow my socials, they're on screen and in the description. And if there's any other tutorials you want me to do, let me know in the comments down below and I may do it for a future video. It may be normal tutorials, redstone, command blocks, that sort of thing. Let me know. Hope you have a nice time learning these commands, and hopefully this has actually helped you out. Stay happy and healthy, everyone. See you in the next video.